diaspora. In AIDO, we work as a team. My role is of really making sure all boards are coordinated and speaking the same language. We have regular meetings, review and deliberate what the board of directors are doing or planning to do, and also sometimes settle conflicts and support in funding programs. I work closely with the president of AIDO, His Highness Pohlman, and sometimes step in for him in meetings or functions that require top-level decisions. I'm also a founder member of AIDO Network Germany because I'm a German, and we run different programs to strengthen leadership and capacity of AIDO leaders internationally. For example, we provide courses to improve decision-making, accountability, effective leadership, human rights, very important chapter is human rights, and many more, as if credit to the research ontology that provides all this free.
Good.
Thank you very much, Princess, for explaining to us about your role in AIDO. Would you please tell us, as an ally to the African people, can you tell us what being an ally means to you?
Yes, for sure. Africa is a beautiful continent with wonderful people. In the last few years, in AIDO, I have come to appreciate more about African people, culture, and royalty. I have met many kings and queens from Africa through AIDO. I have also hosted them in Germany. And I'm also an African princess with a stool name and title that carry with pride. I'm honored to be an African ally and would like to see love and peace all over Africa and the world.
Thank you, Princess.
Thank you so much, Princess. As we all know, having allies in any kind of struggle for anything is most important because you can't do anything without collaboration and cooperation from our global humanity partners. So, what is a message of encouragement for embracing our African traditions, beliefs, and ways of life do you have for Africa's children in the diaspora?
Yes, maybe I tell a little bit more about my background first, because that people know in 2018 I met Your Highness Paul Jones Higanda, the president of AIDO Network International, the first time organized a cultural evening event in Germany. This was the first time I got in touch with real African culture, and honestly, it blew me away in a very positive way. The cultural evening event was so successful that I helped to organize the 4 days AIDO convention in Germany in 2019, 1 year later. If you would ask me, why do you do this and all volunteers, I would answer, I saw the vision Your Highness Paul Uganda had to unite the continent with the diaspora and decided to work with them on this important goal and realize this vision. That was what barriers we have built. And why? Because we are all one mankind, and we only can survive as one mankind. And we have to understand all the conflict, war, terror, and economic disaster can be solved if we stand shoulder to shoulder. No matter what color, religion, or ethnic background has, he is part of mankind and wants to survive as mankind. And sure, the cheerfulness and the willingness to help and get help is incredibly high at the African people I met. Help itself is a quality which makes the distinction between human and living things. I hope this is an answer enough to you.
Thank you very much, Princess Ulrike. Ambassador Namboka, I would like you to chime in on this. As a global person who has worked all over the world with many different populations, can you tell us how important it is to have allies in the struggle for liberation?
Well, thank you very much indeed. I think that I would say something very limited, given the very elaborate, positive explanation Princess Ulrike has already given us. The issue is that when we are all together, we succeed, or at least the chances of failing in our efforts are minimized. And therefore, we feel that when you're going to launch an object or a project or any kind of ambition, you need support. You need sympathizers. You need people who understand what you're talking about. And I think that in this regard, having the alliance, the friendship, the solidarity with the people who may not themselves be what we would say Africans today. Of course, AIDO has done its research, and we know that every walking human being is originally from Africa. You could look like Chinese, you could look like an Eskimo, you could look like, I don't know. We all originate, as she has told you, humankind is African. But time and geographical environmental factors have changed, causing people to lose melanin or to assume certain shapes of the body, but we are one. And we need the friendship, the solidarity, and the support, understanding of as many people in the world as possible. So I think that you cannot do without alliances from elsewhere. Of course, based on self-reliance, which is our role as AIDO to preach self-reliance, effort, and then welcome solidarity and alliances. I hope this goes to answer a little bit of the question you just put to us. Thank you.
That was perfect, Ambassador. Thank you so much for expounding on the importance of us having allies in any and everything that we do. As we know, collaboration is very essential. With more people, it makes the load light, and we're able to reach more people with our message and get more things done in a expeditious and professional manner. So thank you very much, Ambassador, for that elaboration on that. And right now we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. August 24th through the 28th. The African Kings and Queens are coming to you for business, networking, and sharing of Pan-African ideals. The venue will be the illustrious En Garde Arts Hotel in St. Louis, Missouri. Cultural experience and exhibitions, trade and investment opportunities in Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas. A Royal Pan-African Summit hosting keynote speakers and a red carpet banquet. Welcome back, our viewers, to Roots of Africa. I'm your hostess, Queen Aminata, and we are happy that you joined in with us today. We just heard from our wonderful ally and supporter, Princess Ulrike Acom, who spoke for the reasons of being an IDOR and a strong supporter of the Grand Royal Summit pilgrimage in August. She ended with her appreciation and encouragement to Africa's diaspora to embrace their original culture. We also heard from His Excellency Ambassador Ireneo Namboka, who clarified more on the importance of what it means to be an ally globally. And now we have the great honor and joy to welcome His Royal Majesty King Bashir Abdulsalam, the Toro of Bade and the official royal IDOR, who will be leading the Nigerian delegation to the summit. Welcome to Roots of Africa, Your Majesty.
Thank you very much for having me. Welcome to good afternoon.
Your Majesty, we can't hear you very well. Is there a way you can turn up your microphone?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you very much. That's much better.
Good afternoon, my sister. Good afternoon, Queen, and everybody.
Welcome, Your Majesty. So, Your Majesty, please briefly tell our viewers about yourself from childhood to being the king of your people today.
Okay, yeah, good afternoon, my brother and listeners all over the world. My name is Alaji Bashir Abdulsalam, the fourth Toro of Bade. I was born on 2nd of February 1972 at Gashua, the headquarters of Bade local government area of Yobe State, to the family of the first Toro of Bade, the king of Fulani in Bade land. As with the tradition in northern Nigeria, I started my education with the Islamic education under my father. Before I was enrolled into primary school, I did my primary and secondary school education in Gashua. I learned the art of leadership early in life as I used to sit in my father's court and learn how she handled the affairs of the Fulani in Bade Emirates. After his demise, his cousin brother was enthroned on the seat. Around the same time, I moved to Lagos to start up a business. Here in Lagos, I earned a national diploma in public administration from Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agbo, Ogun State. In March 1st, year 2020, His Royal Highness the Emir of Bade, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Suleiman, installed me as the fourth Toro of Bade after the demise of my uncle, the third Toro. Since then, we have been consolidating and the successes of our fathers and bringing in innovation to meet the demand of the contemporary society.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty.
You're
Um,
welcome.
for AIDO, the royals hold authority, but in a caring, responsible manner, kind of like parents, fathers and mothers of the land. Please explain how old Fulani traditions of courage, love, responsibility, and solidarity are important today, and how you use those values and traditions to govern your Fulani nation.
Thank you very much, Queen Aminata. In Fulani culture, we have what we call Fulaku. Fulaku means a kind of guiding principles by which every member of the tribe is expected to live by. Fulaku has its tenets that we sacrosanct, that are sacrosanct and binding on each and every Fulani man and woman. Fulaku is a long-held traditional value or attribute to the Fulani. It means that the Fulani should not engage in anything that will reduce his attitude, will be bringing shame to you or your family. We don't do that. It states that Fulani should be simple in whatever he does. He should avoid arrogance and all other negative attitudes. That is Fulani for you, all over. Fulani in anywhere you meet. This Flaku in Hausa means kunya. It's a universal term that embodies the code of conduct of the Fulbe Fula people. Some of the things that the word covers include symptoms, patient. Patient, most of the plan, 100% we are patient. Self-esteem and self-respect. We respect ourselves and we respect everybody, we respect every tribe. It embodies bravery, deep empathy, love, very broad thing, and every follow is expected to live by the tenets of love, the patient one. What we do as elders is to advocate inviting these tenants and at the same time enjoy every Fulani to appraise and respect culture of other people in any community they find themselves. That's what we do as the leaders of Fulani.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Ambassador, His Excellency Ambassador Mboka, I would like you to chime in on, elaborate a little more on AIDO's position as the royals being the leaders of the land, the mothers and fathers of the land.
Thank Highness King Bashir, the Toro of Bade, and we're
Thank you very
grateful
much.
to hear him say what he's saying. As far as AIDO is concerned, we are reassured. AIDO wants to use culture and heritage as a vehicle for the rejuvenation of Africa's old cultural values and traditions. And we believe that people that are in positions of command and leadership must be parental, must stand as protectors, protectors of all their citizens and particularly of those that are vulnerable in our societies. AIDO, on the basis of our research, finds that our recent superficial modern state structures tend to neglect the human dimension of leadership. A person who leads because he has love for his people, he suffers when he sees his people deprived, and His Royal Highness the Toro of Bade has said exactly that. We want to encourage people in Africa to turn and respect and adore and obey our traditional leaders because they are at the very base of humanity. Africans have been recorded in history, even by those who do not necessarily respect Africans. They have acknowledged that people of Africa are a very spiritual people. Africans have feelings that explain their attitude in the way we've lived historically. Africa could have had all the might to go and subdue other less able societies. Africa didn't do that. It's because of the way spirituality was inculcated on the society of Africa. Consequently, when we see modern experiences where people are dying of hunger, people don't have medical facilities, and yet we are supposed to be modernizing and getting more developed, we feel there is a dimension, a cultural, spiritual dimension that our leaders, the kings and queens, our traditional leaders embody. And we want our new leaders today to emulate traditional African leadership codes of conduct. And His Royal Highness the Toro of Bade has said it so eloquently. And Roots of Africa is here to underline, to emphasize, and highlight those traditional values of Africa that the processes of slaving and colonization had eroded. AIDO is standing with its allies to recuperate, to rejuvenate, and bring back to the center the values Africans as societies had in our kings, queens, and chiefs that took society they led to be like their own families. I hope this really goes to add to the wonderful message His Royal Highness King Bashir has given us a while ago. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency, Ambassador Namboka, for that wonderful breakdown. And that leads us right into our next question. His Royal Majesty, as the official royal who will be leading the Nigerian delegation to the summit, what is it about this pilgrimage that resonates with you as a royal? And why do you feel it's important to connect with your brothers and sisters in the diaspora at this summit?
Thank you, my sister. There are so many reasons that our people are in diaspora, ranging from personal, academic, or political, as well as financial, uh, whatever. Whatever is the reason, they are there, we are proud of them, and as long as they are legal and act accordingly, we are always proud of them and we are happy with them, whatever they are. Managing relationship and defining obligation of Africans who pursue their legal businesses in other continents. It's a complex issue, but maintaining some form of contact, and connection is widely regarded as important for African development. This our pilgrimage will give us opportunity to visit our kinsmen across the Atlantic. It's a welcome development. As far as I'm concerned, I think the summit is a timely event that will bring, that will give us an opportunity, more especially our brothers and sisters in diaspora, to reconnect with their roots away from home. So I think it's a kind of reunion, that will pave a way for a healthy discussion on Africa and its development. So we are looking forward, inshallah, to be in America, to see our brothers and sisters, to hug them and tell them that we are all African by blood. I'm looking forward to that event.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Princess Ulrike, in light of that, can you please share with our audience what is it about this summit that has you excited and to attend, and the importance of being there as a chairman in AIDO?
Well, for sure. Thank you. So basically, our common purpose is to unite all Africans to growing power and self-confidence, to be an example for the whole world. Culture plays a very key role in this challenge. And Africa has an immense abundance of culture. Culture is communication, and we need more communication. This is fully clear. And with this, I ask you all to help uniting the Africans, uniting mankind as one, treat all with respect and dignity. Ubuntu, human rights, to know our rights as humans is the basic tool for freedom and peace in every civilization. And Ubuntu and human rights is a very important point which will come up in the convention in St. Louis. And everybody will know a little bit more about that. So kings and queens play a very, very important role in that. They are opinion leaders, they have power. They need to work with the government to eradicate any forms of human discrimination, such as xenophobia in South Africa now. I'm very sure that there is a way to reconnect, especially the descendant of the slave trade, with Mother Africa. Let's seek forgiveness and spiritual healing for the historical mistakes made by the colonial power. Let us heal, we love you. And I want to say a very wise man, Aaron Hubbard, once, I love this quote: on the day when we can fully trust each other, there will be peace on earth. So we see you all in St. Louis, Missouri, and I hope a lot of people will arrive and attend and play with us.
Thank you very much for that, Princess Ulrike. That was a lovely quote. His Excellency, Ambassador Namboka, would you like to just expound a little bit on how AIDO plans on bringing that culture and some of the traditions to share with the diaspora at the summit?
Thank you very much again. We have about 3 days of full activities, and one of the activities we hope will bring into limelight the African traditional cultural values is going to be the Royal Symposium. We want people to recognize, and when I say people, it's especially Africa's own children that have grown up in the wilderness, in the world where people haven't been made to appreciate that there is something called cultural value traditionally on the African continent. And the fact that those who are the traces of Africa's grandeur before the arrival of foreigners on the continent, these are the existing reigning kings and queens. When these people go to the United States of America in Missouri in August, in flesh and blood and bones, as colleagues of humanity today, and speak their mind, and with hoping that they'll speak in their own languages, there has been such misinformation that makes people, especially Africa's children in the diaspora, those who are the descendants of those that left the continent 500 years ago, they wonder even whether Africans are actually people that can speak a language other than the language of those that enslaved them or colonized them. They wonder whether Africans can have a philosophy to life. There was even a debate to question whether Africans were real human beings. So when AIDO goes and stages in the Americas, in the United States of America, Missouri, kings and queens who speak their own languages and send messages of humanity, and the symposium might last an hour, 2 hours, for the world to hear Africans. We are an apolitical organization. We do not go to make Africa's leaders, traditional leaders, talk politics. Nothing with that. We just want their souls. We want their hearts to be heard. They want to tell our people that have not been on the continent that we have inherited a grandeur that has been overshadowed and not truly represented. So the symposium, the Royal Symposium, is a focus where the messages will be delivered by Africa's kings and queens. The people of Africa, why does AIDO program this pilgrimage? Because those people do not even believe Africa has a thing called royalty. They've been born and inherited the title of slaves, of lesser being. And we're going to see, they meet, they hug Africa's royalty. Royalty that was there maybe 2,000 years before the birth of Jesus Christ. This, in a nutshell, is opening up new horizons for those who will be able to be at this conference. We count on a big attendance from the Americas. We're talking about the Caribbean nations, Jamaica, Barbados, Santo Domingo, Haiti, Guyana. All those black people countries will be coming to Missouri. We also know that in the United States of America, several states have got people. Missouri itself, as a state, in the St. Louis city, the percentage of the population that make up that city is about 55% of African descent. So you can imagine what impact the presence of African royals and the message they will be putting across. And we are looking forward to Africa's children of the diaspora coming forward on that occasion and displaying what is actually African. They've been sometimes made to feel shy. They've been made not to feel that it's something to be proud of, to be African. We look forward to the bold, proud, and elegant display of Africanness that up till now in the diaspora didn't seem to receive full encouragement. Our kings and queens are traveling, making the pilgrimage to cause it to happen. So that will be the center of what impact, if you wish, this pilgrimage is supposed to bring to our people of the diaspora. But we also know that there is going to be other people, organizations, for example, the CARICOM, that's the group of nations of which the very first Black People Republic, created by a successful rebellion by slaves against those that were enslaving them, Haiti, under the great hero Toussaint Louverture. These people are a shining example, but the African continent doesn't quite sufficiently capture the exemplarity of those people. And if Africa wants to stand on its own feet in the world of other nations and be recognized, they should take the example of those children who were able in adversity to stand up and beat off those that were aggressing them and created an independent story. All this information is going to be made abundantly clear, shared by guests from Africa to the Americas and the host African people in the diaspora. I think if you want, go to the website of AIDO, look at the program and what's going to be done. You will find more than I can say here. There is just too much, but I just wanted to focus on day 3, 26th of August, the speeches, the keynote speech by one of Africa's great sons, Professor Hilary Beckles. He will be addressing this grand Royal Summit. And then from there will be a cascade of speeches of appreciation, and there will be a special session where the spirit of human rights, its origin and where it was born, and how over the centuries it has come through reaching what we today call the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It's basically bringing into prominence African philosophy, African Ubuntu, the humanity that characterizes all human societies if people respect and love each other. All these things are going to be brought into the limelight on the 3rd day of the Grand Royal Summit in Missouri, St. Louis, the great nation, the United States of America, where Africa's children have made fantastic contributions, and we shall scream and first congratulate them for their contribution. That would be my remark if you wanted to know what's going to be the most luminous, exciting part of this Grand Royal Summit in Missouri, USA. Thank you.
Thank you very much, His Excellency Ambassador Namboka. And in light of that, I'd like to just let us see some of the royals one more time that will be at our summit.
Unpacking International Development Organization, AIDO Network. AIDO, AIDO.
We are AIDOers.
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 The voice of the voiceless to promote unity and social change. A platform for dialogue. AIDO, a home for cultural heritage. AIDO, AIDO.
We are AIDOers.
AIDO, AIDO.
We are AIDOers.
AIDO, AIDO.
AIDOers.
AIDO, AIDO.
We are AIDOers. Esomata nepepe etopolo sinono showok. Esomata ka AIDO. Atecare International Development Organization. AIDO.
AIDO, AIDO.
We are AIDOers.
AIDO, AIDO.
We are AIDOers.
AIDO, AIDO.
AIDOers.
AIDO, AIDO.
We are AIDOers.
welcome back to Roots of Africa. As you can see, AIDO has lined up a great lineup of royals that will be coming to the summit. In addition, there will be some dignitaries there for us to communicate with and partner with and do business with and learn from and share with. So in light of that, I would just like to go do a roundtable and get closing remarks from each one of our guests. We'll start with you, Princess Ulrike.
Oh, thank you very much, Queen Aminata. Yeah, it's really an adventure for all of us, I think, to go to St. Louis, Missouri, and have this great convention for AIDO and all the partners we have there now. And the network is growing and expanding a lot. So that means we will get a lot of more power to reach our goals. And this is the best what we can do. And communication is anyway the main thing what we have to do in the convention. What is a convention? We communicate with each other and share our ideas and successful actions. And this is exactly what we want to have. And everybody will win with these activities. And it's an adventure for me too. And I'm really happy to be there soon. And we'll hug you and greet you and speak to you in live. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Princess. His Excellency Ambassador Namboka, may we have closing remarks from you, sir?
Thank you very much indeed. I think I would be failing if I didn't go back to the word you said, allies. We are doing this event within the framework of the United Nations declared Decade of People of African Descent. And that really is the framework in which we've had friendship. We consult with the United Nations, also the High Commissioner for Human Rights, on the thinking. We also try to link up with the United Nations scientific, educational, and cultural organization, UNESCO. And we are trying to also work hand in hand with the AU. So this is not a little project. It is a project that is in line with the thinking of the world. The United Nations being the biggest world organization, the African Union being the continental organization whose sixth region is the Caribbean group of nations. So I just wanted to put our conversation and information sharing this afternoon into that context of collaboration, of friendship, of alliances, and supporters of one humanity, peace, and love every day and everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And next we'll have closing remarks from His Royal Majesty Alhaji Bashir Abdulsalam, the Toro of Bade, who is the official royal IDOer who will be leading the Nigerian delegation of the summit to Missouri. Your closing remarks, Your Majesty.
Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to call my brothers and sisters in diaspora. Please, 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 and please, you are our ambassadors, very good ambassadors. So please, you should portray the good upbringing you have from home and obey the laws of the host countries you are living. Please, you should also maintain constant link with Africa and uphold our virtue and values that are universal accepted as rich. So please, as a leader, I'm calling on all of you to be patient in whatever you are doing. Take care of your family, take care of your neighbor, take care of your friends, and stay safe and stay calm in wherever you are. And we are coming to America, inshallah, by God's grace, by August, and we are coming with good things, good information, good people from Africa to meet you good people in America. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Majesty. And in closing, I would just like to invite everyone to visit the AIDO Network website at idonetwork.org. You can purchase tickets there. You can sign up to be a sponsor and sponsor one of our days or even sponsor parts of the event there. You can sign up for a business booth or an exhibition booth if you have goods that you want to sell or partner with for the continent. And you can also browse through the website and learn all about AIDO and other wonderful things that they are doing across the world. I would also like to invite everyone to please subscribe to the AIDO Network YouTube channel and click the notification bell. That way, every time we go live or AIDO uploads a video, you will be the first one to know. I would like to also invite you to follow AIDO Network on Facebook, where you can also view the show live. Thank you very much. Peace, blessings, and Pan-African love. Until we meet again. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
I know,
We are Aidoers.
I know, I know.